what we do now? We switch a branch to the 07 map, which you can see has more commits. And we switch workspace to this branch, switch. Make sure to have the map closed in here, because otherwise it will still be in RAM, and we don't know if we will save it over or do strange stuff. We don't want to risk it. It should not be a problem. And when it's ready, it's loading it. We are going as soon as it's done, because it's quite big stuff, especially in folder structure. It's quite bigger than the default size. Okay, we're ready. We can open the editor, and we have in the same folder we have map 9, we have map 7, and we can load map 7. The terrain of this is already done, so you should not be worried about it. Okay, we can remove this software. Okay, and here we are in map 7. This is map 7, guys. Okay, I will show you the entirety of the map. You can see it's already been terrained, and units are already. There are not items yet, there are no triggers yet. Of course, no cinematics, because cinematics are triggered. I already defined the bases. Of course, some of the stuff is subject to some changes. As you can see, there is no snow on the buildings. This is by design. In this map, there is not snow on the buildings, even the dwarf. This is the dwarf encampment. That will be your allies until the end. A great shout out to the Chronicle of the Second War team for these amazing assets. I've made an entire tech tree for them, and still needs some polish and refinements, but overall it works. And we have Muradin here. This is the human base that of course will be hidden at the beginning of the map. This is the Anubrekan base, where I will use some destroyers. This is the base that in this mission will only produce some destroyers, and basically these amazing spiders. What a beautiful fellow. And we'll have Nerubian towers, as you as you can see. Sorry, talking too much. And you have this other hero here, and then there are. This is a very macro focus map, so you have 2 expansions, and I will design this AI to expand here and here. Now, for those who know how the Just AI works, will tell me it's not possible to make it expand here and here. Of course, indeed, you can see these are other 2 players, so I will just spawn additional players and have them build something here, and then turn an AI script on for these players in order for them to build a base, a small base here, and I will use some tricks to mimic the same tech tree they have. Basically, if they can build something, they can too, and they will build this stuff and attack your bases. This is the main design. You have all this area. This is the initial micro area. You have all our 3 captains. This is Captain Luke de Valonfort, and he will remain here, and he will keep unloading gold for all the missions. So you can come back here and like collect some gold. He will unload some gold and some lumber, I think, but primarily gold. And you have all the creeps, all the stuff, some little things, some little details, and stuff like that. Okay, secrets I already designed. We have some placeholder stuff. For example, this is, well, not trendy enough. I will make this look northerly for our beloved Poral Furbolgs. How good they look, they are really good. Beautiful models. And of course I took a lot of time to design all this cliff with these doodads in order for them to look natural, but an evil natural, if I can say it this way. And yes, here I will place Tuskar encampments and so forth. So without further ado, we can speak about a bit the triggers. So this is the triggers, the currently available triggers in this map. You can see this is very empty. One of the first things that I did. Okay, you cannot see the triggers. Yes, I understand why you cannot see the triggers, because it's trigger editor. Yeah, designer Dave. You see, a true streamer that tells me you should follow people, subscribe to the Patreon, follow on Twitch, do this kind of stuff. I'm not that good at this kind of things. Stop. Wait a second. I have to make sure you can see the trigger editor, otherwise I will show you nothing, and this is very, very, very sad. Trigger editor. Trigger editor. Fantastic. Okay. This is the trigger editor, okay? I can make it full screen. It's a big blob of... Oh, sorry. It's a big blob of white, okay? Currently. This is completely empty. And I could add stuff, of course. Start from a new category and so forth. This is not a good way to work. If you need to make one map, you can do whatever you want, basically. But if you need to make a lot of maps, and all of these maps have to share the same kind of functionalities, the same kind of polish, the same standard of quality, but, well, you have to have a standard, even for what concerns the how the trigger is structured, okay? So I spent a lot of time and a lot of iterations, of course, in order to define a standard. I started by watching what Blizzard originally did, so I kept some naming conventions, but I basically destroyed everything that is in the standard and I made my own. I did that not because I think the standard was that bad, but mostly because I think they had no real standard. It's very evident that everyone was designing its own stuff, and even the basic name conventions, for example, to clearly show which triggers are supposed to be run into the queue and which triggers are not. And this is an important distinction, because if you run a queue, if you queue a trigger which is not supposed to be queued, you will have the queue stuck forever, so this is very bad. And even that very important naming conventions were not taken into account, and there are a lot of different ways to call them, so I chose one, and I did so for a lot of stuff. And beside that, in the Reforged vanilla maps, there is also a lot of stuff inside that it's been added later by Cam, basically, that it uses other kind of course standards. And this is bad. This is bad for a lot of reasons. First of all, it's very bad to iterate. You cannot iterate without a standard. Secondly, you cannot make sure the feeling, the overall structure of the map and how it feels to play, it's the same every time. And finally, well, it's much harder to increment, to update. If you want to update something, you have to know where everything is. If you don't know where everything is, because you don't know the naming standard used by people, then you are in for a lot of troubles, okay? This is the main point. So, I decided for my standard, and the first thing I do every time I had to add triggers to one of my maps is to go in my previous map on the most similar map. In this case, I can just take the previous map, I think it should be fine, and just copy the entire trigger system over. Everything is copied. And the good thing is that most of the stuff is possible to reuse. Of course, you have to redo a lot of stuff, but that is usually easier than making it from scratch. Much easier. So, let's do this. Okay. So, let's go to the previous map, which is a map that I already released in beta, a map that a lot of people played, and which is the culling. And we will use the culling triggers, which even a bit too complex for this map, but there is already AI, there is already a lot of stuff, so we can just copy paste and then delete and then start to rebuild what is necessary for my current map. around 1000 triggers, my god. Okay, you can see here it's much bigger. Okay, you can see there is a lot of stuff in the trigger editor. Okay, yes. So to do this, we go here and go to export triggers. We can go to generic, yes, triggers. I will write it. Okay. Once you exported the triggers, you can just close the map, and in this other one, you do import triggers. We replace all the current triggers. Yes, I have deleted all the triggers. I suggest you to delete triggers if they are present when you terrain, because it really fasten a lot the load times. Okay, load times and save times are really faster if you are not using triggers. Continue with the imports and boom. Okay. Now the basic triggers of the map are ready. First of all, we need to disable all the stuff that is not appropriate to this mission. But all this init stuff, this is all as it should be already. So we can remove a ton of things. For example, we have basically no need for trees animations because all the trees are dead. We don't have all of these noises because these sounds are designed for the people, and of course there are no people in Northern, so we can just remove all this stuff. Of course we need to remove one by one. I know it's terrible, but it is the way it is. It's like a little game. Press 1 and double press enter. Press 1, double press enter. Press 1, double press enter. Oh, sorry. Misclick. Press cans, double press enter. Press cans, double press enter, and so forth. Okay. Now we have all of these cinematics. How many cinematics have we in this map? We have the first cinematic, then the one we meet with Muradin, and then the final one. So 3 cinematics. This is perfect because it makes things easier. We don't have to design new variables for these cinematics. Of course, we have Arthas No Glow. In the first cinematics, we don't have Jaina, we don't have Uther. We do have Falric and Malwyn. We do have Valon Fort. Okay. We have some stuff like that, so we keep some of them, not all of them, because it doesn't make sense. I think 3 footmen should be fine. These soldiers is fine. Okay, we can remove the knights. Arthas walk sound is good. We can have also, instead of Uther walk sound, we can have like Falric walk sound. I don't know if I will need this actually. You know what? I will probably make sure. I don't know if I need, so I will. Ambient sound will be. Bell sound no. Thunder sound no. Caffeine no. Caffeine sound no. Arthas in 01 probably there will be, so I will keep this as used to check if Arthas is in a certain position in order to progress the cinematic further. Second one, we have no Mal'Ganis, but we have Muradin. Muradin no glow. Then we have Arthas no glow. Then we have all the various other units. Zombie gameplay, don't need. We have Muradin walk sound for sure. Teleport sound no. Thunder sound no. Bell sound no. Coffin sound no. All these sounds no. These are not needed. If I need to add something else, I will do later. Finally, we have Muradin no glow again. And okay, this is a bit of a reduction in size and scope. Okay, these are the units. Sorry, my voice is really going away. So, Flynn, the dead tree don't sway at all. No, the dead tree don't sway, and it makes sense because, of course, when you have you need a lot of wind. Okay, so basically it's usually not that important to have them sway. Also, I am organizing stuff in order to have some trees covered with snow, so I don't want to have snowy trees sway, because of course they are going to drop snow otherwise, but I cannot have them drop snow, so it's too complex. Okay, to all those who are watching this stream, like designer Dave already told before, remember to follow. Remember to follow. If you like my work and want to support the project, there is a Patreon link you can use to actually support development, and will also grant access to a private chat with me and the other supporters, and to Action Plan, which is the system, the website I use to showcase and organize my work. So it's quite nice. We have Arthas, we have Muradin, we have well, Anubrekan. Oh my god, I need to check out the spelling of his name because I don't remember. Anubrekan, which is, oh no, why are you doing that to me? I need to check here. Anubrekan is in the, let me have a look. It's in the undead heroes, and I used only one name, Anub Rekhan. Okay, let's try not to make mistakes, because I know my fans dislikes this kind of mistakes. Of course, we remove this, and then we have the Lich, which is Kalis Raidson or Venom Iceblade. I need to decide that. So for now, it will be Lich to name. Okay, then we have Marvin, we have Farlik, we have Cam, Fan. Hey Cam. Valon Fort. Then we have, I think that these should be the most important units. There probably be something else, but I cannot define right now. These are not needed, these are not needed, these are not needed. Creep, the creeps, this will be fun. Okay, so we can remove all this stuff and stuff. All the Scourge units, I will need some of this stuff probably in order to make the custom expansion system, but I cannot right now, because if I don't know what it is, it's easier to remove it and then re-add it. It's too different group. Okay, then this is important. The creeps are important. I have not many creeps in there, but in the map, you can see the map. No, I will. Oh, sorry. I was having the trigger above my face and above the chat. Really terrible. Okay. Oh yes, there is a bot is watching. Yeah, bots everywhere. Okay. Then we can see how many creeps do we have. So we have this Polar Furbog base. So we have two different groups, the first group and the second group. Why two groups? If you kill these, you should get, or engage these, you should get some kind of prompt of minimap markers. I will decide if that's appropriate here, I don't know yet, but some kind of minimap marker here that indicates that there is a creep encampment here. And but you should always take care that when you kill them, you should not spawn or enrage them. What I usually do is to divide multiple groups, and then when a group is attacked, then if the group is in the same, all the units in the same group are awoken and they will start to fight. And also you have units hidden inside these buildings come out and join the fight. If you can see, and you cannot adequately see because I have made a mistake, but these two units are supposed to stay inside here, so they are not visible at the beginning of the game. So we have Furbolg A, Furbolg Shaman. This is a not okay, so we can swap this, so it's the same. And this is camp. So we have Furbolg and Furbolg Shaman. Okay, let me go back to trigger editor. Creep, Furbolg, yes, e qui ci mettiamo, oh well, we could, yes, no, non 01, A, hard, B, normal. That means that A is only available on hard difficulty and B is available only on normal and hard difficulty, okay? Then we have, of course, the group, so the group, Creep, Furbolgs 01, and then you have Furbolgs 02. And this is Furbolg 02 hard, and this is Furbolg 02 normal. Usually when I do this, I also make sure to work immediately in the regions department in order to make sure to remember myself which one is who. So I can do that. I usually use the teal color for them, if I'm not mistaken, and this is so Creep, Furbolgs 02, and this is the encampment. And you can think that when they attack, they will target the center of the encampment. I always like to keep the crates targetable without waking up the creeps, because I always find nice that you can enter a creep camp and steal the items if there are and go away. But if you attack, for example, the buildings, they will all wake up and attack you. This is 1 and this is 2. Okay. Then probably I will also remove this one. I will see that, but I can even leave it just for completion. Okay. Then we can go forward and we can add something else, and we have other creeps. So other creeps, we can leave the Nerubian B. Okay, we have all these trolls. Also here we have these troll encampments that I will say this is a big troll encampments, but we have to divide it into multiple encampments. So we have first and second one, 01 and 02. Okay, so we go here. We have this encampment, which is the first one. As you can see, creeps in Reforged are treated with a lot of attention, because I think interaction with creeps makes the game much better. So we have ice trolls, and we have 02, and this is instead 01. Then we can go forward, and am I showing you this? Yes, of course am I. And then I can move here, and yes, this is another one, and I will divide it. I don't know, should I divide this? I'm not convinced I should divide it. Yes, dividing is two branches. This is the first branch, and this is 03, and then we have 04. It's much easier when you have one for each kind, but this is usually not possible in Warcraft 3. Especially if you want to show that a certain kind of creep tribe is really dominant in the region. And then we have the last one, which is 05. Okay, so we need to define units for each one of them. And so we go to the trigger editor. And here we are. And in the trigger editor, we do creep, ice trolls, and we have 01, and we have to check 1 second how many. In 01 there is just one, and we should, I think this should be fine every time, so we just call it 01 and it's fine. Then we have in 02 abbiamo, sorry, I was speaking Italian. We have A normal and stop it, B art. Then I was forgetting one thing. There is also one other thing that we have to do, and we have creep hut, because we need to make sure we are if a certain hut is targeted, then the associated unit will fight. Okay, will come out immediately. So this is how we do it. It's the same here. Hut. That's here. Same thing here. These are all the reinforcement. Okay, let's hope not to exceed the insanely low amount of characters I can use in Warcraft 3 variables. Okay, and then we have, of course, to add the groups. So we have creep, ice, trolls, 01, group, ice, trolls, 02. Perfect. Then we have to go on and do some other things. So we have also 03, 04, and 05, of course. Then we have to see how many units are there. So we go here, and we see that we have one here, and two here. This is nice, two here. So in the last one we have two different kind of units. We have A and B from just one creep hut. And we have here A and B from two different creep huts. So we have Ice Troll 03 are normal, 03 B without any change, and then we have 04 are hard and 04B and stop. Then we have to make the huts, and we have 03 A normal hut, we have 03B hut, and then we have 04 A B hut. I don't have to write normal there because it's, well, it's evident. Okay. Yes. Actually, it's hard. I should. Nah, too bad. I don't like it. It looks unclean. Okay. Then we have the final. Oh yes, I was not showing the triggerator. Sorry, guys. We have the final one. I will show you what I've done right now. You have the final one, and the final one have two huts and two, so it's still the same thing. We will now here it is my triggerator, and we have Ice Troll 5A normal, B hard, and then we have the same thing here. We have 5A normal and 5B hard. You really want to reduce the amount of units you have to fight when you are on easy and on normal. Not too many, but this replaced unit, reducing them really helps out in the early game, the less experienced players. Okay, so that's it basically. We have not finished, of course. We have a lot of stuff. So these are the ice trolls, which is the majority of things. We have also the task cards here, but I've not yet done them, so I will do them later. It makes no sense to actually create units for these, because as you can see, they have not that complex interactions, because they have no huts, they have no reinforcements, and so they don't need that many interactions. I will probably add to the 00 cinematic, which is the choreography, these fellows, because I want to show, like, you are coming here and they are like playing some kind of animations and using some sounds around this firing pit. When you kill them all, these will just stop having fires and smokes and will just stay there as it is. But they don't need any specific thing here because they are just creeps. Here we need stuff for the Nerubians here. So first of all, I have plans to add some undeads here that will start attacking the Nerubians as soon as you approach here, in order for you to have an immediate idea that these strange creatures, horrible creatures, are fighting away against even more horrible creatures. But beside that, I need to make them behave as creeps. So there are multiple things we need to do here. We have to use this X-axe to produce spiderlings when broken or when you approach them. And I want also them to spawn units from inside these ziggurats. So we have many different villages. We have 3 different villages for them, and we have a lot of eggs. And the eggs will be a very long process. I'll probably do it offline just because it's quite tedious to identify them all. The villages I can do right now. So we can just... Oh, by the way, yes, I never call it like that. I always call it Creep Camp Furbolgs. Creep Camp. Yes, this is... You see, it's been like 2 months. I've been just training, and I start to forget in my own standard. And I have not. Since I am on stream, I'm not checking the standard in previous map. I will do so offline to make sure everything is always the same, because it's so much easier to work with this if it's always the same. Creep and creep camp, and it's Nerubians 01, and here we are for the camps. Always remember to place the center of the camps where you want all the units that spawn to move, so around that position. Then this is, and the same thing, we want them to go here, so these 2, and finally we have the last one, which is that one, and we want them to go roughly here. Okay, then we make this again. You know what might be good destructible buildings do that for this living Nerubians, the obsidian statues. No, I want to use them in the following map. My idea is to show them already affiliated with the Scourge, but to show them through gameplay that they are in some way connected with the Nerubians. In the next map, in map 8, when you move inside the various canyons in order to reach the ships, there will be a place where you have these destroyers. I will use the same trick I've been using with the zombies, like Alok, basically, that makes them impossible to target, invulnerable, and then I will turn them into destroyers when you approach, just to show you that it's something that's related to Nerubians, but without explaining it. I want to leave it as unexplained as possible, because the lore about this is very confused. So I don't want to make some strange assumptions. I don't want to do that. Yes, Dagran, I just read it now. I will add Belgun as the Dwarfen allied hero in the Dwarfen base, and he will remain the hero there that plays with the Dwarfen faction. So yes, there is an hero in the Dwarfen base, and it's Belgun. And so he will be a very not important character. You have it as this hero that will say some towns here and there, but not very important. And it's fine when you will see that he is important later on. Okay, so let's go back to the triggers, and let's do the same thing. So we have, I said we have 2 from camp 1. So 2 from camp 1, where are them? Here they are. So Nerubian. It's actually, oh, why I've been using the plural form? This is not plural. Yes. It's because, of course, speaking when I do this makes me a bit less concentrated in what I'm doing. And A, and we'll have A normal, and B hard. And so we have just one, it's like this one, and it's creep at Nerubian, and we have 0, 1, AB, and the same thing here. The plural is only on unit groups, you moron. Of course, I am the object of this phrase, the sentence, sorry. Okay. Then we have how many in base 2? 1 in base 2, and you always get it, and 2 in base 3, and you have conditions. So Nerubian 2, and then you have Nerubian 3 A normal, and 3 B hard. And then you have the ATS. So Nerubian 01, Nerubian 02. Then we have Nerubian 03A, normal, and Nerubian B hard. Fine, and now we have the groups. So group Nerubians 01, Nerubians 02, Nerubians 03. We can remove all of these spiders actually, but I will not remove them because these spiders were designed in the previous map to are designed to actually in the previous map to spawn from eggs. So I will keep the same triggers and I just change spider to spiderling, and they will be the various spiderling exiting from the various Nerubian encampment, but I have to divide them into the various encampments. It's tedious, I will not do this now. This will also be the first map with gargoyle. Yes, so what is telling you that I will not do the same with gargoyles? The problem is that gargoyles already use this and they already have stone form, so probably the AI will use stone form here. It do so in vanilla game, and I don't want to remove it completely. I think it's nice mechanic, so this is why I was thinking of using the statue, the obsidian statue, for that mechanic. A custom Belgium? No, why custom Belgium? He's the perfect Mountain King hero. Perfect Mountain King hero. Okay. So let's check other stuff. Okay, so this is, we have done a lot of stuff here. We have to place here and say to do turn Nerubians. Now we group spiders, we group spiderlings I should say, but I will probably need to put here. Okay, so this is players. We have different players. I always use variables for players because it allows me to change the player without having to rewrite every single script or event. Yes, Flynn, I will just use the melee Mountain King because why not? I mean, this is his appearance in the final map. I don't think every unit needs to have a custom model, especially because if a model is not used by any other units in the game, it's a custom model in a way. I guess the black beard guy eats him, and then we can use it's Belgium Flame. This is a good idea. It's an easy recolor. This can be done quite easily. But yes, The various Mountain Kings will have only slight different skin change, probably using different beard color. One white, one black, and one red. If we have flame beard, for example, could be red. It's something I really like this way. I've not yet worked on triggers, just working on variables. My god. So, the user is the same. Then we have all the various other players. So we have, let me have a look at the players. I don't know if you can see the players. Let me check. Can you see the player screen? Oh no, you cannot see Schnell properties. Anyway, we have player 2, player 4, 6, 7, 16 and 20. So 4, 6, 7, 16 and 20 are the Undead Scourge. 4, 6, 7, 16 and 20. 4, 6, 7, 16 and 20. So we have 4, 6, 7. Then we have 16 and 20. So this is not needed. This is not needed. Ah, by the way, maybe this is needed because this is navy. Yes, this I need. This is not needed. This is not needed. So Scourge, 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 and this is Scourge Exp. I will call it Exp to identify that they are the expansion player. This is the first legion, and then we have the two dwarf players. So we have, oh sorry, so we have the two dwarf players are player 9 and player 10. Okay, player 9 and player 10. So we have player 9, no Straton, bye bye. Player 09, which is Dwarven Scout. Anything? Let me check. 9 is going. No, this is Dwarven Expedition. Expedition. And then we have player 10, which is light blue. Yes. Player 10, which is Dwarven Scouts. This is working. Okay, this is force, not force 3, and this is force 1. Let me have a look if the forces are what they actually are. Oh no, the undead is force 3, so I have to change that. This is force 2. All of this is done in order to make it easy for me to work with this stuff when I prepare actions and conditions. Otherwise I can take a lot of time to do stuff. Okay, so we have a lot of stuff. Oh my god, how many AI variables are there for Mal'Ganis in this map. We have a ton of stuff. Some of this stuff can be reused exactly how it is. This is not to be used. Goodbye. Mal'Ganis revival. Goodbye. We have Arthas level limit and also Muradin level limit. Ah, which was the level of Muradin? I don't remember. So we have here Heroes level max Arthas. Of course it will be 8. We have level max Muradin. That I guess will be 8 too, if you want to keep them the same. So leveling hero equal to Muradin, not Maurin but Muradin. Hero of leveling hero level max Muradin, and disable experience gain for Muradin. Where is Muradin? Okay, too many variables. These ints we can remove, we can keep just the codex, which is always the same. Of course. We have the landmarks, we have much less, many landmarks less here, so I guess I can really do it with just the first two as an example. I'll reduce the amount of visibilities. These landmarks I am deleting were done in Stratholm in order to show all the incredible stuff. Secret cam is removed. We have secret eye glue. Yes, the eye glue I think would be my secret here, my little Easter egg, and I think it could be good enough. And I will place something nice inside this eye glue, but I will give it a ton of life. So this will be my secret for this map, and it will be not that easy to reach, but you can reach it quite well. And okay, so where we are here now, cam can be removed. Bye bye cam, love you, don't need you anymore. Chromie can be removed. Bye bye Chromie. This secret becomes the eye glue. And this yes, why not? Ping minimap to eye glue. Yes, it makes sense. Yes, I guess maybe eye glue. Eye glue. And eye glue Q. Then we have new units, and we have here copters, and of course this to do. Better to write it here. And we have new units. Siege Engine is the name, because yes, they changed it, so it's Siege Engine. Stratholm Siege and build it. Goodbye, my friends. Nice to see you. Auf Wiedersehen, okay, or Patrol, bye bye. We can remove all of that stuff, everything here, incredibly everything. Okay, and we have this. This is enough. This has to be done, but the other one makes sense already. Main quest, the main quest must be done. We can remove all this stuff. Oh my god, how many things are there? Mission failed, base destroyed. Mission failed. Artist dies. This is for the first part of the map. No fail. Artist has been killed. Or has been slain. Has been slain, maybe. I have to check out the precise wording. Let's place here to do. Victory. This is victory. On that, destroyed. How many stuff? And this is artist dies. I will probably copy this from some other map, which is much easier. Ooh! How many codex entries I have for that one? I don't remember. I have a lot of stuff here. This is not needed, I think. The 05 is not needed. No, it's not needed. The one before was this is 07. Ah, okay, yes, now I remember. 406, so I need it. This is 07. Int codex, int cauldron not needed. Codex, we have to see. Bonus is not used. Game say this has to be changed. Because I need to take the correct string from the appropriate file in order to have it properly localized in each language. We have some environment stuff. This is okay. Lantern off, lanterns off. This is not needed because we have no lanterns here. This is not needed. This is not needed. Hey, look! I don't know if this might be useful. This is not needed, this is not needed, and this is not needed. Okay, this is fine. Weather rain, this is not needed because it does not rain in this map. These are the spiderlings, so we have to do them. Let me remember this. to do to Nerubians. And we move this up in order to not confuse myself of the future. And sound ping, spider hatching perfect, rolling thunder not needed, building dice not needed, and my gun is teleport not needed. Okay, this is useful. Visibility, oh my god, how many things. Okay, which hour it is? Oh, it's 23, okay, so I will do a little pass and then I will stop soon. Okay, guys. I think we are all very tired. I am tired for sure. I've done a lot of stuff now. So I guess I kept only the bridge and outskirts. So I will rename them. So I will start from them. Remove the docks. Road fog, no. City fog, no. City radius, no. No, no. There is no. We have all these things. Service. Ah, yes, this is still in use. Service radius A and B. What? How complex is this thing? Goodbye. I will redo you. It's too complex to keep you alive. Oh, no. No. Oh, yeah, wait. I think. Okay, yes. I've deleted the wrong one. Bridge I will keep. Region 6. Okay. Whew. This is all to change still. You have initialization, all the additional variables for the players. My god, how many stuff. Yes, but I think we can remove a lot of stuff here, yes. This is not needed at all. Not needed. Spider web. I think this might be needed, so I will not remove this. This can be useful in Wendigo camp to do monk, but also in Trolls camp. These can all be removed. Remove. Whoa, okay. We have all the cinematics. This can also be removed in time. Load cache, bonus queue is not needed anymore. Whew, okay. I guess we have done most of the stuff. We have really done most of the stuff. This is not good at all, so we need to remove everything except for the things in order to... I hope nothing breaks, because of course something could break. Okay, and something could break, so I will check this out in off the stream. Okay, so here we are. Let's see if I can make my face bigger. My webcam, yeah, it is. Oh, quite big. Let me. Okay. Here I am. Okay, guys. Yes, a huge face. So I really thank you for staying with me. I hope that what I've done, while I know it could be a bit tedious in some parts, but it is like it is as it is. It's not possible to make it as engaging as playing a game would be. It's to make a game. It's something much better than play a game, in my opinion. But it's also a very complex thing, and you really have to work a lot in order to make this kind of stuff. I hope to have given you a bit of an idea of how I do my work, terrain. You have seen me terraining, you have seen some of my stuff done, you have seen me triggering some of my naming conventions, so I think this is interesting. And I hope you have enjoyed it. And final words, always remember I have a Patreon if you want to support the project. You can follow me here on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube. I would really love to show what can be done with Warcraft 3 Reforged, to show the project that I have been making, and I really hope that we can make this game, which is one of the best RTS ever made, the justice it deserves. I hope you, many of you, could also be inspired by this work, and I can't wait to see what you guys can do with these small tricks, or even just the example that I hope have been brought to you. And so, thank you, and have a good day, have a good night, depending on where you live. Goodbye.